Hello everyone, welcome to your May of 2024 Psychic Tarot reading with me, vickieverlie. There's a lot going on this month, including Jupiter's moving into Gemini. It'll be there for 1 year. It comes around once every 12 years. We're going to talk about that. I want to get into some of the decks I'm going to be using. This month we're going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, as always, and also the Crow Tarot. And then we're going to pull cards from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. And I'm also going to give you a sneak peek of my upcoming deck, the All-Seeing Eye Oracle, which is so awesome and I've been working on for a long time. And then we're going to pull lots from the Lots of Love, the Lots of Answers, and the Lots of Proverbs. Before we dive in, I want to let you know that my name is vickieverlie and you're watching the Rock and Roll Prophetess on YouTube. You can find me at vickieverlie.com to book readings or any questions you may have. I will never DM you through social media. These are imposters. Okay, before we get to the cards, let's take a look at the overview of some of the astrology events. And I want to start out by wishing all the Tauruses and Geminis a very happy birthday or solar return. The first big event is going to be the new moon in Taurus on the 7th at 18 degrees of Taurus. The 20th, we're going to have the sun moving into Gemini. On the 23rd, we're going to have the full moon at 2 degrees 55 of Sagittarius. Next, we're going to, around the 25th, there'll be 25th Eastern time, but it could vary. Jupiter's going to move into Gemini. So this happens once every 12 years. The last time it was 2013, then 2001, 1989, 1977, 1965, 1953, and so on in 12-year increments. If you were born in one of these years, you're having a Jupiter return, and it could be your lucky year. But you might want to think back to the things that were going on during those other time frames, as far back as you can remember, because that's going to give you maybe some insights on how it will affect you this time around. And of course, the All-Seeing Eye Oracle cards, I'm going to do a sneak peek. This is a really rough deck that I just had printed at the local print on very thin. It's a prototype, basically. But I'm going to be starting at Kickstarter, and you can go to the end of this video and find out all about how you can, by sharing the official video, you can win a free readings and other prizes that I'm going to give away. If you enjoy this content, please hit the like and subscribe. I have the weekly readings over on Patreon. And one more thing I didn't write down, but I wanted to announce that I am open up for the solstice readings, which is our mid-year peek at what's coming up for the upcoming year astrologically. It's a psychic astrology reading. Okay, without further ado, let's get into the readings. And I'm going to go sign by sign, starting with the sign of Aries. All right, Aries. Well, thanks. Well, the wish card just flipped over. I mean, we're not going to use that. We got to shuffle a little bit more. But, you know, I do feel like, you know, there could be some wishes coming true. You know, we're coming out, even though we were in Taurus season, we were having all these eclipses and stuff last month. Aries, you've been really under the gun and really in the spotlight, but also having a lot of, you know, big hits and big turns in your life. So this could be maybe a little bit more calming for you. If you're Aries rising, Jupiter's going in your 3rd house, so it could be a good time for communication and messages. Let's see what we get writing. Let's see what we get for the 3 cards for the top. Ooh, we got the 3 of Swords, followed by the King of Pentacles, and followed by the Wish card. Oh, look at that. Now see, when those cards want to come out, they're going to come out, right? Isn't that crazy? Because it flipped out at the very beginning, and then I shuffled, and it came out again. All right, let's go ahead and get the bottom cards for our Aries for the month of May of 2024. This is for Aries Sun, Rising Moon, or anybody who has prominent placements in Aries. Let's take a look here. 1, 2, 3. We've got the Hierophant, followed by the 7 of Rods, and finally the 3 of Cups. All right, so there's going to be some kind of a big celebration perhaps that's coming up. There's going to be reason to celebrate for you this month, Aries, for sure. We've got the 3 of Cups lining right up with this wish card, so some kind of big happy thing is happening. You know, sometimes I will use this as Memorial or Labor Day weekend because it can signify a specific holiday event, and you know, could be something happening by that weekend. So that's going to be towards the end of May. Excuse me, I don't know if I have that exact date. Let me grab my calendar. Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it's going to be the weekend of the 25th, 26th, and 27th of May. So after the Jupiter goes into thing, make sure to go and do something. Get out and about, because there could be some wishes coming true. There should be. And it looks like it may have to do through this King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. We might be looking at also something happening around, you might get the beginnings of it around this new moon in Taurus, which is earth sign. I mean, you're coming out of something. We got the Three of Swords here. There's something that was really hard, and the Seven of, you've been struggling with it. There's been some things that you've been struggling with, but there does seem to be a big turnaround this month for you, Aries. When I look at this version of the Hierophant card here, I see that key. That key is really getting me so strong. So there's a key to unlocking what this was all about, because Jupiter moving into your third house, if you're Aries rising, that could give you some cognitive resonance, some cognitive understandings, mental things could be happening. And you could get to the key of why this all happened. For some of you, I feel like this could be you getting a key to a house, or a key to a new apartment, the new house, or even a new car. But I do feel like this key is just so grabbing me, and just such a strong symbol on this card. You're going to make it through this. This is a card of struggle, but surviving through the struggle, and he's looking off in the distance to this Three of Cups. You know, the other thing that gets me on the Three of Cups is this big wreath here, and I'm not really sure of the meaning of it. If any of you get any impressions or meanings, you might want to leave it down in the comments. But that wreath is also really standing out to me. Now, maybe that's an official symbol of something for some. Let me hold it up to the camera. See that wreath up in that right-hand corner? That's really grabbing me. So that might be, something about that is significant for some people. Maybe some of you make those wreaths. There's been a big trend, and I'm arty and crafty. I've been seeing a big trend in people making wreaths here lately. Okay, let's go ahead and get the animal totem for our Aries friends. What do we got here? The pig. The pig is not a bad card. It's a card of major abundance and luck, and especially when it's in the same spread as the wish card. This is very, very favorable for you, Aries. Major abundance, celebration, tenacious, steadfast, bold, independent, bringer of luck, prosperity, and wealth. Feast and celebration and gratitude, prolific creation, a time of great fertility. Okay, let me move this pendulum to the side, and then we're going to pull a card from my... Now, these are very thin. These are paper thin. I had to go, because it was going to take too long to get a prototype printed from the card manufacturers. So I just went up to Kinko's, and then I cut these out by hand, and they're a little rough around the edges, literally. But the deck is 50 cards. It's going to be way thicker than this. But it's just that these are so... It's very, very thin. But we could still use it as a demo. This is just like demo, prototype kind of thing, preview, sneak peek. Okay, let's take a look. Let's get our all-seeing eye card for Aries. We've got the herbal card. Yeah, this is about plant medicine. Some of you, if you've been overly stressed, you might want to do some plant medicine. This could also apply to even health things, where you want to, possibly look into some alternative health things. It doesn't have to be psychedelics and stuff like that, but I did include those. But I've also included garlic, echinacea, lavender. This can also be like using aromatherapy if you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. So yeah, we've got the herbal card. Let's see here. Let's get our lots of love first for the bottom. Yeah, each one of these has a Hamza on it. You can skip to the end of it. I'm going to go into it a little more detail at the end, and I'm going to have this giveaway where you can win a free reading and some other things. That'll be at the end of the video if you're interested. But let's get your lots of love for the month. It says laughter. Does anyone remember laughter? That came up in a recent reading from Led Zeppelin. Yeah, try to get out and enjoy yourself. That's definitely a thing here, and I feel like you'll be really feeling that abundance then. Okay, next are lots of answers. It says probably, good chance there. I need to make split this up a little differently. I have room for my lots over here. Oh, there goes one. Dropped the whole bag. Hold on, Aries. Okay, last one, last lots for Aries. Let's see what we got here. It says, we are what we repeatedly do. Yeah, so if you're caught in a cycle of being stressed, because sometimes that could be the Seven of Rods too, where you're caught in this cycle of being stressed out, this could be a time to break free from that, and just, it is a time. Do something out of the ordinary this Labor Day weekend, or if there's some kind of event coming up and you're thinking you're on the fence, definitely go, definitely get out there. It's going to change, put a whole new spin on things. Maybe it's some kind of, homeopathic event even, some kind of a fair or something like that. But, it looks like your wish is coming true, and that, that was crazy how that happened, wasn't it, Aries? It flipped out before I started shuffling, and then I shuffled and it made its way into the spread. So that was definitely a message that Spirit wanted to give you, that your wish is coming true this month. Okay, next we're going to move on to the sign of Taurus. Well, Taurus, if there hasn't been enough action in your sign, this month it continues. Happy birthday to all you Tauruses. If you want to get my solar return astrology report, it's very affordable. It goes into all the astrology for the year. But I mean, you're having your new moon on the 7th. We've had so much action. And I was looking at it when I was doing the weekly Patreon readings here. And this new moon is at 18 degrees. It's very close to where the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in your sign was. So it's almost like it could be a callback to that Jupiter-Uranus that happened last month on April 20th. Let's go ahead and get 3 cards for our Tauruses for May. Got the Wheel of Fortune, yeah. When you have your solar return, 3 of Cups, the last person had that in a different position. And then the Ace of Pentacles. When you get your solar return, this is your astrological new year. This is the time to set your intentions, and with Jupiter being there until the 25th, Jupiter's still in your sign. Jupiter's always going to leave you with a gift before it leaves your sign. So big time completing of cycles, make your wishes, set out your intentions for the year, and off we go. We've got, to the bottom row, the Chariot, major success or travel. The 2 of Rods. And finally, the 9 of Cups, the Wish card. So the last sign had Wish card and the 3 of Cups, and you have the Wish card and the 3 of Cups. So that's really cool. So wishes are coming true. There must be some things going on. It's time to get out and celebrate. You have a similar message to Aries, but with you, with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like I need to use, where's my other one? Excuse me for the squeaky chair. This almost looks just like those, doesn't it? Look at the rod. Can you see that? The rod on here and this. So I guess I'm going to use this pointer for this particular reading. Yeah, but Wheel of Fortune, one of the best cards in the deck. I always say I didn't put the Wheel of Fortune on the cover of my Rock and Roll Tarot for no reason. It's a great attractor. It's things are lining up. Things are falling into place. With the Chariot, major success, major victories, rising up to a new level. It's your time. I mean, you're not going to have that Jupiter and all this stuff in your sign. Jupiter's not going to be back for 12 years, and Uranus isn't going to be back for 80 years. So it's really time to make things happen. Happiness and celebration now in your case could be that Labor Day weekend, but it also could be your own birthday or your solar return if you're a May Taurus. Make sure to get out and celebrate. Celebrate you. There may be some new beginning in money, some kind of new job offer or some kind of new money offer that you would be celebrating at this time as well. This would be a good time to do some kind of a new money thing as far as reaching out, maybe starting a business, doing investing, trying to find a different job. 2 of Rods says you've really got your eye on the prize, and it's looking up at this. It might be the Earth, but I want to call it the Moon, because I'm feeling called back again to your new moon. That's going to be just so powerful. And finally, you've got that Wish card. Your wish is coming true. So whatever you were hoping for, or thinking about, perhaps when you tuned into this reading, you're getting a big yes on that. And again, there's no time like the present. This is your month. This is kind of your last blast of Jupiter too. So you really want to, if you haven't, it may have been a little discombobulating with all the action you've had with the Uranus and everything else. And then we came out of the eclipse season. This is a time to get grounded. Your solar return, the energy that is the balls in your court, the energies in your court. It's a time to get grounded, and it's a time to really come into your own and make things happen. You've got the Snail. So Snail talks about things going slowly, but I think for Tauruses, you're okay with that, right? You're okay. You like things moving at a slow and steady pace. That's the thing. But, it's also about really being grounded. Beneath the stony hull lies a soft and dewy side. Healing of deep wounds. Yeah, absolutely, that could be. You're completing a cycle. Completing a big cycle here. Re-emerging after a period of rain. Yeah, get out there and re-emerge. Slow down and appreciate the little things. Yeah, because that Uranian energy could have made things kind of really hectic in your life too. Okay, let's get out of lots of... I forgot to mention this in the other reading here, but this also comes with a mini pendulum. I'm going to talk about it at the end, but I'm so excited about it. It's on the back of the deck. There's a mini divination board and a pendulum. That's how cool this card's are. I've been working on this for 9 months, so I'm a little stoked about it. All right, let's do one. Now, again, I don't know if you just skipped to your reading. This is the deck, it's 50 cards, but this is very, very thin cardboard that I just had, this is like a prototype. Because I wouldn't have had time to get the actual deck printed at properly. So, and I cut it out by hand, so it's rough, but I wanted to share it with you guys. And if you want to find out more about this deck, go to the end of the video. I'm giving away some readings and contests, and all you have to do is share it. But let's get into Taurus's card. Taurus, you have learn. Yeah, this is a card of learning, knowledge. You might be going back to school. You might be, and allow your eye to wander. What grabs you? Some of you may be writing a book even. You might be doing research for writing a book. And May is the time of graduations and things. So we might be going to or attending some kind of a big graduation, either for yourself or somebody that you're close to. That's what this event could be too. Maybe somebody's going to be graduating and then they're going to get a good job right away. But there's this quest for knowledge when this card shows up. All right, let's go ahead and get your lots of answers, lots of love first. Let's pull the lots of love for Taurus. We got friends or friends. So somebody, friendship. Sometimes a friendship could come into, Two of Rods is a card of partnership. It could turn into love, but I'm feeling in this case it's kind of more about, it's just a time of gathering with friends up here with this Three of Cups. So let's go ahead and get the affirmative. Lots of answers. You got a yes, affirmative. That sounds awfully official, doesn't it? Let's get our, there's no accounting for taste. Yeah, everybody's got their own thing. This is a time to align with what you're wanting, what your alignment with. Not to be concerned about what other people are doing. This is a time to get your new moon aligned with what you want to do, connect with others who have similar interests, and maybe it could even be something that you're learning or going to school, or that it's going to require some kind of learning or something on your part. Okay, don't forget about, I am opening up for the mid-year solstice reading if you want to learn about that. And if you want to find out how you can win a free reading and other things and help me promote my new awesome deck with the divination cards on the back, it's so cool. I can't wait to share it with you. I'm really excited about it. So if you can go to the very end of this video and learn all about that, and I would appreciate if you would help me out and share the official video. That's all that's required. Okay, next we're going to move on to the sign of Aries. Not Aries, but Gemini. I've got to make a better system over here. I've got so much stuff with all these different decks of cards and everything. All right, Gemini, well, here you go, Gemini. Well, happy birthday, first of all, if you're a late June Gemini. But also, this is it. Jupiter's going into your sign. Jupiter brings luck, abundance. It escalates things and makes more. So sometimes it can be a little bit daunting or a little bit overwhelming at times. But for the most part, it's considered very lucky. Think back to those other years that we talked about, 2013, 2001. 89, 97, 65, 53. And again, if you were born in any of those years, you're also going to be getting a Jupiter return. But it doesn't matter because Jupiter's going to go over your sun at some point if you are Gemini, sun sign. If you're rising or moon, either way, it's going to go over these aspects and it's going to really... People are going to be attracted to you too because Jupiter is the great attractor. But I mean, it's like a lucky year. You get once every 12 years, it's your turn to have Jupiter in your sign and you're up. You're up, Gemini. Okay, our first cards we're getting is the Hermit, the Ten of Rods, and the Knight of Cups. For the bottom row, we're going to have the Chariot. Oh, I pulled the top card. I feel like I want to pull the top three. Well, this is going to be, it was the Nine of Cups. It's going to be the top three from before. It didn't get shuffled good enough. So I am going to shuffle a little more and cut 2 times for you. Okay, let's see. Chariot. King of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. You notice you got a lot of people. Well, not a lot, but half the spread is people. You've got the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. So you're going to be socializing, but that's you, Gemini. You're always sociable anyway. You may have been kind of a little bit in hermit mode, which is unusual for you and not your natural state of being, to be in hermit mode. So you may have been feeling like you've been a little bit out of it. Maybe you've just been working a lot, because Ten of Rods says you've been working really hard on some kind of a project, maybe even back in since Pisces time, since March time. And now it's like, I feel like you can kind of see your way clear. Chariot, like you're coming to the end of this long journey, and you're going to be rewarded, and you're going to be socializing a lot, much more now. King of Pentacles was really grabbing me, and that crown on top of that head is really grabbing me. So I feel like somehow you're going to, that's like some kind of achievement for you, or you're going to be crowned, or you're going to have this, this big accolade or acknowledgement, perhaps through the King of Pentacles, who could be a earth sign person, a Taurus, a Capricorn, or Virgo, or we could be talking earth sign, we could be talking about this new moon in Taurus over here. Overall, though, I mean, this is a super lucky time for you. Get your manifestation list together, because things are going to be happening. Okay, let's get the Animal Totem card for Geminis. The butterfly, see, you are opening up, you are blooming, you're spreading your wings, you're opening up. Let's read it. Culminating, you're reaching that pinnacle. No longer of the earth, you take flight to soar with the angels. Release burdens and embrace the metamorphosis. Dance in joyous recognition of the ever-evolving now. Okay. All right, now we're going to do, I'm telling everyone, this deck is 50 cards, but it looks tiny only because this is just a prototype that I just had printed on cardboard at the place and just cut out myself. But it's a 50 card deck, so it'll be much thicker than this. And it comes with a mini pendulum, because of the back of the card is a mini pendulum board. That's one of the really cool features. I'm going to talk more about it at the end of the video, but I just can't help but get excited about it. Because I'm in the same boat. I've been working on this for so long, and here I can hold it in my hands. It's not quite right, but it's a thin thing. There you go. It flew out. Music. Well, music is the card of music. I mean, get out, enjoy yourself. Some of you, maybe you're working on some kind of a musical thing. Maybe you've been working really hard with a band, or learning some music, or something along those lines, or you're doing some kind of musical thing. But also, music is this thing that elevates our spirit, like the butterfly. We get the music card. This is definitely about elevating our spirit, taking it to higher levels. Enjoying music, partaking in music, but it's also about the energetic shift that comes over. I should have broke out I have the definitions done, but basically that's what I talk about. And in these cards, like all cards, and particularly, I want you to look and see what grabs you. Does the record grab you? Does the harmonica? And the other cool thing on this deck, if you hold it in your hands, there's all kinds of little cool things that you can get lost in, and allow for your psychic energy to take over, and get those downloads and those informations. But yeah, music should definitely be a part of your life. If you've been working really hard, I feel like the music can really help you lift your spirits and make it not so hard, and make it go a little bit easier. Combatives. Yeah, you've been dealing with some people that are combative, perhaps, but this is coming to an end. This is news coming in the time of air, too, so Gemini could be you. The other thing that could be, this Page of Swords I forgot to mention, or just coming to me right now, is the Page of Swords could be you at a younger age. Maybe this is some old dream of you, like from your childhood, when you were just a little caterpillar, and now you're a butterfly, and it's finally coming to fruition. Okay, next. It says assumably, so that's a yes. Seems good. Everything seems to be on track. Okay, now let's get your lots of proverb. What do we got here? It says, jealousy is the green-eyed monster. Yeah, so don't be jealous. Geminis, you're not usually so overly jealous. You're pretty amicable. Amicable. But yeah, you've been out of the mix for a while. Maybe don't compare yourself to others, because you're about to bloom, you're about to blossom. Put go put your records on. Whatever that song is. Put your favorite record on, or your favorite playlist on your streaming service, and jam out, and know that things are turning for the better. All your hard work is going to pay off, and you're about to really blossom and bloom here with the butterfly energy. All right. Next, we're going to move on to, let's see here, the sign of Cancer. Well, Cancers, this Taurus new moon is very favorable for you. It's very harmonious. It's a great time to do your manifestations, your new beginnings. This is leading up to your next month in June, end of June. We're going to be getting into your signs things, so a lot coming your way there. I'm going to be doing the summer solstice readings, which is the advent of the sun moving into Cancer, into your sign. So if you want to get in on that, this one came out, so we're going to take it, the High Priestess. Well, let's just cut the bottom row. We're going to do High Priestess, and then we're going to do the Magician, 2 major arcana so far. And then finally, the Three of Cups, happiness and celebration. I said this well, let's get the top row out, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah, so, it's not the solstice yet, it's next month, but start preparing your list, start getting ready. Start really getting into that zone of renewal and thinking about, this is a time of what you want to let go of, too. And then next, what you're going to bring in. 10 of Rods, that was in the last spread. 6 of Cups. And finally, the Queen of Cups, that's you. There's no gender in these readings, so it doesn't matter, this is the water sign person, which is you. Well, you're another one here that looks like you've been really carrying this heavy load, working really hard, and it's a good time to reconnect. And if you're Cancer rising, by the way, all this Gemini stuff and all this Jupiter going into Gemini and everything, that's all going to fall in your 12th house, which is the house of the past. So this is a card of the past, too. So there could be some connection to some people from the past that you haven't seen in a while, or perhaps a beloved project or something that you pour your heart and soul into, or that you have love for, a creative project or something like that. If you've been going it alone, it's time to really let other people in, because sometimes Cancers, you can get into your shell, that's true. And this is you. This is you looking in the direction of this connection. For some of you, this could be children too. So maybe it's your own children, or just spending time with children, or something of those nature. The High Priestess is here too. So that's you again. 12th house. That's another. That's another component of the 12th house, is being really psychic and intuitive, and the High Priestess also says that, also brings that forth. So you're having this really psychic, intuitive time, tuning in, maybe browsing through memories and stuff like that. But now you're ready to burst forth. With the Magician, you're ready to burst forth, go out into the world, take the world by storm. And then the Three of Cups is happiness and celebration. Could be a specific thing, even regarding maybe some children's birthday party for some, it could be, or children's graduation or event of some sort. But it also in May, when that card comes up, I'll often say that could be like Memorial Day weekend in the States, which is that last weekend, the weekend where Jupiter goes into Gemini. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to our animal totem card and get the animal totem for Cancer. Let's see what we got here. The camel. Yeah, the camel can say you've gone a long way. Like the 10 of Rods here, like you've gone a long way. Maybe on a little, Maybe you've been, just really kind of in a desert sort of thing. But then if that's the case with this Three of Cups, look, they're drinking from the cups. You're coming into the oasis. You're going to get your recharge, or you're recharging amongst the people here. Okay, Dragon of the Desert, wayfaring soul. Sure-footedness amidst the shifting sands, overcoming insurmountable odds, preparing for the journey ahead. Nice. Okay, next we're going to pull a card from my new deck. This is a preview. It looks really thin, but it's a 50-card deck. That's just because this is printed. This is just a prototype. I wanted to have it for the video. The Kickstarter is going to be starting, and it's cool about this deck. One of the cool things about it is it also comes with this little mini pendulum, so that's a really, really awesome thing. It's got a pendulum board on one side, and then the Hamza cards on the other. So let's get one for, if you want to find out more about this deck and how you can win a free reading, you can go to the end of the video and check it out. All right, let's see here. Let's get our, I was going to say animal totem. This one wants to come. Oh, it says, this is the card of stop. This is the card of, you know, Ten of Rods is here too. If you've been going down this road and it's just hard work and you're just not getting anywhere, it may be time to just stop. It may be time to stop and change direction, or it may be time to just stop and go back to some simple pleasures in life. Go back to feeding your soul with these cups energy here, all this cup stuff. And then you're going to feel, and this is also like a feeding your soul energy. And then you're going to be replenished and ready to go out into the world again. Yeah, this is definitely a card of taking a turn, going in a different direction. If you're coming up against a lot of difficulties, like this is a checkmate, you can't go any further, right? This is a brick wall. You're like you're hitting yourself against a brick wall. Then it's time to take a turn, time to go in a different direction. Maybe time to go more inward with your 12th house activation, or again, back to your old childhood friends or your old childhood things that made you happy, okay? Fun. You got the fun card when I pulled the lots of love. Yeah, it's time to have some fun in your life. This is all making sense, yes? Lots of answers for Cancer. It says it's promising, so that's, you know, looking pretty good. Promising. Could be good. And then finally, your lots of Proverbs. Still waters run deep. Yeah, that's going back to this inner work. Going inward with the High Priestess, with the Queen of Cups even, is a very much, you know, she's looking into her crystal ball or her lamp. She's contemplating, you know, still waters run deep. You could get those deep answers and then be ready to emerge a new magician. I want to say maybe 1 month from now when we get to the solstice, which again, I do have those solstice readings available. All right, everybody. Well, Cancers, thanks for tuning in. If you want to find out more about this deck, I'm going to talk about it and show all the cards and everything, and how you can win a free reading. I'm so excited about it. Skip to the end of this video, and I'm going to go into detail about how you can win the free reading and more about everything that went into making the deck. Hello, Leo. Thanks for tuning in for your May of 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. Let's go ahead and get your first 3 cards for Leo. We've got the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Rods, and the Devil. Don't be freaked out about the Devil. This one wanted to stay behind the Magician, but I'm not going to, we don't have room for 4 cards today. These are big decks, by the way. These are all, both of these cards are the big decks, so they're large in size. Okay, next 3 more cards for Leo from the Crow Tarot, and then we'll get into the interpretations. Let's see here. We've got the Hangman, the 2 of Rods. Oh, no, it's the 2 of, gosh, you know, I'm not even sure. Oh, 2 of Pentacles, there we go. And the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. You know, definitely it looks like some financial things are going on for many Leos. When I saw these 2 cards together initially here, these first 2, this is telling me like maybe some of you are doing some remodeling or working on a house. You know, this could be going to school. But I really felt when I showed next to this one that maybe you're going to be doing some remodeling or fixing up of a house or some home repairs or something like that. The Devil is here, so that's like you feel like you're in bondage to it, but I kind of get the feeling like you just feel like it's sort of this heavy energy. It's just these burdens that you've been trying to get done, and you've been trying to get the money together. Both of these are cards of, you know, we're trying to get the money together, waiting for the money to come in, or maybe you're waiting for a loan. Because the Hangman will indicate that you've been waiting also. But the 4 of Rods is both of these are very favorable, especially the 4 of Rods. Not only does it mean positive changes to your home environment, so something good, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be physical repairs, you know, this could be a card of living together, planning a marriage. It's very much related to marriage. It's also the 1111 card, so great happiness, joy is around here, but it feels like it's just getting there. You know, it's maybe taking a little bit more time than you thought to get there. Maybe some of the money stuff is taking a little bit more time to get together here. So it's taking some time, but you're going to get there. And this looks almost like the Gemini too. When I looked over here, this Jupiter and Gemini grabbed me. It feels like at that time things are going to start really moving forward for you. Then you're going to start seeing the progress that you've been wanting to. You know, this is a 12, and I almost said something about Capricorn. So could it be something that's been going on all the way back to Capricorn time, like end of December, that you've been trying to get this together, working on it, trying to get it together? A lot of it, the financial, is the stalls, but once it's there, you're going to be so happy that you did do all this stuff, that you put the time and effort into it, because it's just going to be the happy, loving, wonderful, creative, thriving environment that you've been wanting. Sometimes this can be working too. This could be your work location. This could be a situation where you're working from home, or maybe there's been some changes, remodeling going on at your place of work if you work outside the home. Maybe you've even remodeled, moving things around so you can have a home office. You know, I'm not sure what it is, but it's been a bit of a struggle, and it's been taking longer than you wanted, but all of a sudden things are really going to start happening with it. And you're going to reach that finish line, the guides just said. You're going to get across that finish line. Okay, let me get some animal totem card for Leo. The skunk, people are going to notice you. You know, Leo, skunk is kind of one of your totems. I know it's the lion, of course, but Leo and skunks have a lot in common. They're very showy and flashy. They're, you know, everybody, when the skunk walks into the area, you know they're there, just like the Leo, you know. And actually, skunks are very fun and playful, too. They get a bad rap, of course, because they stink so bad. But let's read what I wrote initially. It says, asserting yourself, commanding respect, enhanced perception, clairessence, aromatherapy, kundalini rising, attracting a lover, okay? Walking your path void of obtrusion. So, yeah, so whatever these holdups and obtrusions have been, these stumbling blocks in the road that you've been trying to get through, these are going to be cleared up, I want to say, by the time, towards the end of the month, when we get this Jupiter Gemini. For some reason, that's just, I'm associating that with this. And all the work you've been doing is going to be paid off. Some of you, maybe you've been in school. You know, maybe you're graduate. This has been coming up a little bit this month's readings. Maybe you've been in school, and this is going to be your graduation from school. Or maybe it's your kid. Maybe you've been trying to put your child through school, and that's been the financial things. And now they're graduating, and now you don't have to pay their college tuition. You can fix your house or something, you know. Apply it to your situation, of course. And now we're going to pull a card. This is a 50 card deck. I just wanted to preview it. This is on very, very thin paper, okay? I just printed it out like this to show you. And the other cool thing about it is it comes with a mini pendulum, because the back of the deck is a pendulum board. So yeah, there's more about this deck, and I'm going to be doing the Kickstarter to get the actual deck printed. And go to the end of the video if you want to find out more, because I'm giving away some free readings and stuff for people who help, you know, share it on social media. So you can find out the information about that at the end of this video. But there it came right out, didn't it? Mending fences. Okay, yeah. This is the card of the mending fences card. So this is where we're patching it up. You know, we're sewing up our heart. We're putting our pride away, maybe, Leo. And we're going to mend this fence, and because on the other side of the fence, look, there's peace, there's beautiful flowers blooming, there's the key here. Now that key, that could be the key to this heart. It's funny I said key to your heart, which could be too. And the heart is Leo. You rule the heart in the physical body. But I felt like, again, it could be maybe you're going to get the keys to the new house. Maybe this house has been under construction for a while, and you haven't even been able to live there, you know. But on the other side of this fence, you got to reconcile and come to agreement about some things. Do that peace, that dove of peace. On the other side of the fence, on this side we've got the broken heart, but we're mending our heart. And on the other side of the fence, there's blue skies, there's the peace, there's abundance, and the flowers are all blooming on the other side of the fence. So it's time to mend fences. It's time to come to terms and accept what is, the guides are saying. You know, don't be in bondage to, oh, it should have done this, you should have done that. You know, all this stuff, there's been some chaos. There's been like a whirlwind here, it looks like. Get in your hangman space. Get your thoughts straight, come to terms, and you're going to build this new life with somebody. You're going to be mending some fences in relationships. Okay, Let's get our lots of love. It says certainly, so that's a yes. I won't do my curly shuffle voice, my curly. This would actually go there. I did the other one. Lots of love for Leo. Real. Well, it's real. That card, this lot actually talks about it being real. So if you're on the fences, like, do they really want to mend their fence? Do they really want to come back around? Or is this just another ride on the merry-go-round and it's just going to be the same old, same old? No, it's real. Whatever. If this is a love relationship and you're like, is this real? They're saying yes. Okay, out of sight, out of mind. Yeah, I feel like stop. If this is something that's aggravating you, just put it away for now. Hangman is talking about, let's just give it a rest. Let's just give it a break. Things are going to change up. It's going to get accomplished. And it's going to get accomplished in divine timing is what my guides just came through with here. All right, Leos. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. It looks like it's going to be, and all's well that ends well is what the guys are saying. You know, you're going to get there. A little bit of struggle. Don't forget about if you want to get in on the solstice reading, I am available for that. And if you want to find out how you can win a free reading and help me promote my deck with no cost to you, you can zip to the end of this reading and find out all about the All-Seeing Eye Oracle and how you can help get the word out about it. I would appreciate that. All right, next let's move on to the sign of Virgo. All right, Virgo, well, you know, all this Taurus energy, that's real nice for you because that's a beautiful trine to your earth sign energy. And that's going to give you that groundedness that you're seeking. You like this kind of energy. You thrive and you really do well when we're doing the earth sign energy. Jupiter's going to be moving into Gemini, which is a square to you, but Jupiter can, you know, really make things happen. And if you're Virgo rising, that's going to be up in your 10th house. So it could be some major career stuff that could be happening at this time. You could see big things happening in your career, lucky breaks, so to speak. And, you know, I'm going to do a whole nother video on it. But also, if you wanted to order the solstice reading, we'll go into specifically where Jupiter is in your chart and how it's going to hit everything and all that kind of stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get 3 cards for Virgo. Page of Rods, followed by Ace of Rods, followed by which card? Wish is coming true. Well, your wish is coming true this month, Virgo. Something that you've been planting the seeds. Let's get all the cards out before we go much further with it. Okay, let's get 3 more cards for Virgo for the month of May of 24. This is for Virgo Sun, Rising, Moon, or anybody who has prominent Virgo placements in your chart. Got the Chariot, followed by the Empress, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. You've got 2 aces in this spread. You've got the Ace of Rods, and then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be after we were coming out of all that Aries stuff recently. We had the Aries eclipse, the Aries ingress, the Aries eclipse. This could be something that you planted those seeds back then, back in the Aries eclipse stuff. So that would have been back in April last month. Well, wish is coming true. And as we move into the earth energy of the Pentacles, you're going to start to see it come to fruition. It could also be like you're going to start to see the benefit, the monetary benefits. You know, you're going to start to see. So if this was some kind of new business you planted, or some kind of, you filled out an application or put your resume in for some kind of job or a loan or grant, something doing with money. Now you're going to start to see, now you're going to say, yes, you've got the money. And this is a beautiful energy here with the Chariot, the highest success card in the entire deck, Major Arcana card. And then the Empress, also a card of very much great abundance, and another Major Arcana card as well. So major, you know, abundance. This is planting the garden. This is the harvest with the Empress. The Empress sits in abundance. She's got the harvest all around her. She's drawing in that abundant energy. She has arrived. You know, the Empress is not out there hustling and running around. She's sitting on her throne, like similar to the Wish card. You know, he sits in his abundance. You know, that's very much the Empress energy. So you're going to be sitting into your abundance. You're going to be seeing the fruits of your labor paying off, and the guides threw in a big way this month, Virgo. Well, that sounds cool. Like I said, if you're not Gemini rising, but if you're Virgo rising, that Gemini, where Jupiter is, will be up in that 10th house of career, but also achievement in life, what you're shooting for and what you're trying to achieve in life. Okay, let's get your animal totem for our Virgo friends. The stingray. Yeah, you're just slick and sleek with the stingray energy. That's, you know, you're just super cool, super, you know, in your own space, doing your own thing, jamming to your own song, being in, you know, the master of your life or the master of your reality even. Elegant, electric, fluid, deep, unwavering persistence, ambition, responsible wielding of innate power, maneuvering gracefully through life. Yeah, gracefully through life, because things just seem to really be falling into place for you at this time. Yeah, so the guides are saying that you've done your due diligence on this. You planted, you did things at the right time, the right place at the right time. You planted your seeds, and now you're seeing them come into abundance. Okay, we're going to pull a card from, this is just a prototype. It's very thin paper. You know, it's just very thin cardboard. But this is the prototype of my new deck that I'm debuting. And if you want to find out more, you can go to the end of the video. But it's a 50-card oracle deck. And on the back, it comes with a mini pendulum. Because on the back, it's got the pendulum board on the back of the deck. So super cool. We're not going to do the pendulum today, but we're going to definitely pull a card for Virgo for the month of May of 2024. You've got the wish card twice. You got the wish card twice, Virgo. Make a wish. Blow out the candles. Make a wish. I intentionally made this 9 to kind of mimic or mirror the 9 of Cups in the tarot. The 9 is the wish card in my deck as well. You know, it's the genie coming out of the bottle, the wish, all these different things that, you know, wishing well, all these different symbols, a shooting star. But yeah, you're definitely going to be getting your wish come true. And if you're not sure what that is, then definitely make a wish. Because this card, the way I'm going to have it in my deck, the interpretation is, it's also, if you see this, make a wish when you see this card. Because there's some element of magic. There's definitely an element of magic going on. Make your wish, because it's definitely, you've got double confirmation that your wish is coming true this in the month of May. And I want to say pretty strongly it probably does go back to that time frame when you know, back to the Aries time frame. Okay, let's go ahead and get your lots of love. You have dating. So some of you are going to be out there dating. For some reason, when I said dating, it was over there. You're going to, if you're out there dating, that Ace of Rods talks about, you're going to find somebody that there's definitely attraction to. The Ace of Rods talks about definitely attraction, physical attraction, and so on. Okay, let's see here. It says, someday we'll be together. Yes, we will. Someday. All right, last but not least, we've got a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Well, yeah, that's true. But Virgos, you guys are always, you know, you're ruled by Mercury. Here's the other thing. Mercury finally was retrograding all of last month, and you are ruled by Mercury, so you feel that energy perhaps a little bit more than some of the other signs. But Mercury's direct. You've got the green light. You're sitting in major abundance. You've got the wish card twice. Again, you just really can't ask for better than that. So it looks like it's going to be a banner month. That's what the guys are saying. You're going to have a banner month this month, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to get in on the mid-month or the mid-year reading, which is the solstice reading, I have that available. And if you want to find out more about this deck and the details about how you can win a free reading and everything by just helping me promote it through the Kickstarter that I'm doing, go to the end of the video to hear more about that. All right, let's move this out of the way because we're going to move on to the sign of Libra. Well, Libra, you've been through it. You've been at eclipses in your sign. There's just been a lot of you know, turbulent energy going on and big changes for many Libras over the past little while here, the past month or so. So hopefully things are going to start settling down a little bit for you. That would be my hope, but we're going to take a look. This one wanted to pop out, so we'll do that first. We'll do the bottom row. You've got 2 of rods, and we'll cut the 2 after. And we're going to have the Page of Wands, and then finally the 3 of Swords. Ooh. Well, let's get all the cards, and then we'll go through. 3 more cards for Libra for the month of May of 2024. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has prominent Libra. Oh, you got the 3 of Swords twice. Wow. All right, Page of Swords twice. Oh, no, that's not Page of Wands, excuse me. And then the 4 of Rods. Okay. Well, you know, you got the Three of Swords twice, and if this doesn't resonate, you know, you can go look at your rising and moon. You know, don't make nasty comments. I'm just the messenger here. Yeah, but I mean, we can't overlook that the Three of Swords is in the spread twice. So you've been through something. You know, sometimes when these eclipses come through our signs, it only happens every 18 to 19 years. Sometimes it can really be hard. It can really be disappointing. We can go through some big shakeups, breakups, and things could happen that are not that we wouldn't want for ourselves, that we wouldn't ask for. But when the eclipses and all this stuff's happening, there's always this higher energy going on. There's always this higher force. It's always a course correction or a redirect, okay? The Two of Rods being here is very good, very favorable, because it tells us that you've been through this, okay, we know this already. You've been through something. But then with the Two of Rods, it's like, I see the direction to go. I see the direction I'm going to go in. I know that this is over. I know that this isn't going to happen anymore. So now what's next? You're looking forward to the future, and that's beautiful. That's what you need to be doing. The Page of Swords is here. Page of Rods and Page of Swords. Page of Swords could be something about when we're going into Gemini, and there could be news coming, or you could get some kind of idea. And let's not overlook here too, the Four of Rods is in the spread, which is a very happy card. This is usually having to do with, I interpret it as you're going to a new environment. So maybe some of you did go through a breakup, and now you're moving out on your own into a different, you know, you're moving out of the house, or they're moving out of the house. Maybe some of you had a lot of problem dealing with some kind of properties thing, and now it's all getting settled here. Maybe that's what the Three of Swords is about. For some people, there could have been somebody who even passed, and you've been upset about it, and your house seemed different without them, but maybe you're going to change. You know, there's going to be some changes in the house that's going to kind of get rid of this energy, and you're ready to turn the corner, you're ready to set your new path, you're ready to go on your way. So the Page of Swords probably talking about this time frame here as we move into Gemini, and as well as the Page of Wands, which could be the full moon in Sagittarius. So as we get to this later part, the 20th, 23rd, 20th through 25th, towards the end of the month, then the sun is going to come out again. Then you're going to see things from a bigger perspective. Then you're going to be, and look what the page, this thing is calling right up here. It points right up here to this, okay? So this is the end result. We're going to get to that Four of Rods. We're going to get to that happy place. We're going to get to that happy environment. Because the Four of Rods is our environment. You know, the 1111 is just reinforcing, too, that this all kind of happened. It was happening for a reason. Whatever it is, you've meant to leave it behind. It was time. You know, and the eclipses in your sign can eclipse something out of your life. And I feel like for a lot of Libras, that may be the case. Now, again, you don't have to, if this doesn't resonate, please do check your rising and moon. But it may be a message that some people need to hear clearly, because it's here. All right, let's get the animal totem for Libra. Got the goat. Well, the goat, you know, I always say it's the Capricorn energy, can be. But, you know, there's always that goat, that greatest of all time, that acronym that people use these days, too. So your next thing could be the greatest of all time. But the next great thing couldn't come in unless this was removed. The thing that wasn't working perhaps was eclipsed out of your life. Independent, ambitious, rugged, curious, unfaltering perseverance and determination, climbing to new heights, top of the heap. Overcoming obstacles after hard work. Yeah, after hard work, because it's going to take a little work. It's like emotional work to get over this whole thing here. To get over this whole situation where you're feeling, you know, you've been through the ringer. You've been through the ringer, but you're coming out on the other side. Okay, now I'm going to pull, this is just a prototype. This is a 50 card deck, but it looks small because it's I just printed it out on thin paper just to show you guys this is my new deck. And we're going to pull a card. And one of the cool things about it is it comes with a pendulum. The deck comes with a pendulum because it has a pendulum board on the other side of it, on the back side of the cards. But let's go ahead. This is the All-Seeing Eye Oracle, and you can win a free reading by helping me promote it. You can go to the end of the video to hear all about it. But let's get our card for Libra. I think this one wants to come. You've got the Trickster. Yeah, the Trickster. Sometimes we deal with people in our lives that things are not what they seem. You know, this could be a card of being betrayed or being lied to. You know, the Trickster, So there's times in our lives when the trickster, these are a little rough around the edges literally because I cut them out by hand. But yeah, the trickster energy's here. So that's kind of, I'm sure that's coming back to this Three of Swords stuff. There's something that you went through. There's something that, you know, you were lied to. I've been run down. I've been lied to. I don't know why I let that mean man make me a fool. Took all my money, wrecked my new car. Now he's with one of my good time buddies, drinking in some crosstown bar. Sometimes I feel Dickie Betts just passed too, about a week ago when I'm recording this reading. Tied to the whipping post. Well, you're going to be untethered from that whipping post right now, okay? You don't have to carry this around anymore. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and you're feeling fine. Yeah, but there was some trickster energy afoot, for sure. You know, there was some things, some untruths, some things that were going on that were just, you know, left you feeling heartbroken, you know, heartbroken. You were sad to see it go, but one thing ends, a new thing begins, and it's going to be better than ever. The guides keep coming through with better than ever. Or the goat, your greatest of all time. So it could be your greatest love of all time. The greatest love of all. Let's get through. Lots of love here. Soulmate. You got the soulmate card. Yeah, I feel like there's another, and the soulmate, this could be a friend betrayal. Could be any kind of betrayal. May not only be, you know, your lover necessarily, but it's a soulmate energy. You got a soulmate coming in with the Two of Rods, which says a really great partnership, by the way. Let's get your lots of answers. It says plausible, possible. You know, it could work. Your plans are gonna work. You needed this purging. That's what's that full moon eclipse in your sign to release from some things. Then finally, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Yeah. So there's situations that are coming up here that go with what's for sure. You may be feeling like you're a little bit on shaky ground here. Standing on shaky ground. Yeah, you might be standing on a little bit of shaky ground, but this is going to get you into the seats. This is the thing that's going to get you onto that solid ground, get you feeling better. We're moving to the sign of Taurus, which isn't your best compatible sign, but it does bring in that grounded energy for you. And I want to say by the time we roll into the later part of the month, you're going to be feeling a lot better. You're going to be seeing the silver lining. You're going to see the sun is going to come out again. And you're going to be ready to go down the next leg of your journey, the next path of enlightenment and discovery. All right, Libras, well, don't forget about that mid-year solstice reading. You're a cardinal sign, too. That's always a good shift point for you. And if you want to find out more about my deck and how you can win a free reading and some other cool prizes that I'm going to be giving away here, check it out on the end of the video. You can find out all about that. And I would love it if you could help me get the word out about my awesome new deck, the All-Seeing Eye. Okay, next we're going to do the sign of Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, this full moon, or new moon I should say, on the 7th, it's going right back to that Jupiter-Uranus conjunction on the 20th. And we're going to have another event. There's going to be a Venus, I was doing the weekly Patreon readings, and there's going to be a Venus, something with Venus-Uranus or something, conjunction. There's a whole bunch more. Venus-Jupiter and Venus-Uranus, all around that same degree. Right around that 20-degree mark. So all of that falls in your 7th house. So you could be very lucky having good fortune and good things happening in partnerships of all kinds. Typically, the 7th house is romantic partnerships, but it could be any kind of partnership. Could be a business partnership. Could be just other people wanting to, you know, being around other people and wanting them to, you know, get to know you and everything. Okay, let's go ahead and cut 3 cards for Scorpio. Got the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Moon card. Okay. So the Moon is usually talking about either the new or full moon. We'll get into that in a minute here. Let's get the, ooh, this cards want to fly out of this because they're so slippery and kind of new. 3 of Cups, and then we'll just cut 2 more. 3 of Swords, which was in the last reading, and then the Hierophant. Okay. You know, this time on the Hierophant, the first time that card came out earlier, somebody's reading, the key was standing out to me. But more on this one, this beautiful stained glass behind is standing out to me. So I feel like some of you, maybe you're going to be, maybe you need to do that. Maybe you need to get a sun catcher even. I love it. When my sun catchers at a certain time of day, this whole room is just lit up with, you know, spectrums on everything. I love it. It's just so magical. Or maybe you just need to get out somewhere and let that light shine, you know, coming out of this darkness. Because you've got the Three of Swords too. So, you know, you've been through something as well. Many of you, I know, you know, you might be on the cusp, or many, if you're early Scorpio, you probably have some planets in Libra, so you might want to go back and listen a little to the Libra one. But yours is much brighter than the Libra one was, for sure. But yeah, you do have this Three of Swords, and it's interesting that it does line up with the air sign card. The air sign card could be talking about that full moon in Libra that we had, you know, the full moon eclipse. But other than that, going forward, this could be talking about the Gemini, which is also an air sign. Jupiter going to Gemini on the 25th, or the Sun going into Gemini on the 20th. But this is air sign energy for sure. And this Ace of Cups is right here. So some Scorpios, this is all 7th house energy. Some of you may be sparking up a relationship with an air sign person, or during this time frame when all this stuff starts moving into air later in the month. We're looking at that moon, so it could be a newer full moon this month, but neither are in air. But the new moon is going to be on the 7th in Taurus. And that was really grabbing me when I started shuffling for you. And then the 25th, 23rd, full moon in Sagittarius. But this could also be that full moon lunar eclipse that we had last month or so. Maybe it was even in March. But we're still under the effects of the eclipse here in May. But maybe this is something that came to light at that time or was revealed to you. Ace of Cups, new beginning in love, okay? New beginning in love, new beginning in creativity, new beginning in just, you know, being more social. This card doesn't depict it. This card's been out a lot from this deck, this Three of Cups. This card doesn't depict it that well, but it's very much about celebrating, being social. You've got a couple of threes in a row here. So you got 3 and 3. So there could be something maybe in the third, but maybe even on the third week, okay? Or maybe there's 3 people, like a group of 3 friends or something that you're going to get together. When I said that, I just got that there was a group of 3 and now there's only 2, 1 is left. Or maybe there was 3 and you're the only one. You know, a lot of times Scorpios will outdo. There's three crows on this card too. Feels like there was a group of 3. 3 friends, maybe 3 kids in your family, 3 siblings. And some of them have left the earth plane. And that's often a thing. Scorpios, you're so tenacious, and you sometimes you have deaths in your life. I mean, we all do. But I mean, Scorpios seem to be somehow that it's part. What's your ruler? You know, it's death and rebirth. That's what you're all about. The other thing that this could be, which would coincide with this end of the month stuff, is could be in the States we have Memorial Day weekend, this last weekend. So it's because that's the 3-day weekend. I'll often use this card for that reason. But yeah, maybe you're going to be going to a church for some kind of a baptism or something like that. I don't know why I jumped to baptism. Could be any kind of thing, a marriage, a funeral. But for some reason, baptism just came flying out of my mouth here. Maybe some of you are going to find a group through the church. Find, you know, like-minded souls or spirits. Because look at how here, they're all together here. And here the bird's flying away. So this feels like death. Somebody passed, you know, for somebody. And then this is, you know, coming in. And even look at, this feels like this bird is coming in for a landing. So a new person's coming into the group. Or maybe this is you finding other kindred spirits, you joining new groups. But look, the wings behind there. Doesn't it feels like, you know, that there's something from spirit here. There's something from spirit that's coming through and coming into your life, you know, from spirit. Like, that friend, if that's a friend or a loved one who passed, they're going to bring you, they're going to help, you know, coordinate this or bring these new beginnings in love into your life. The other thing is, that could be a lawyer or somebody, a legal person, the King of Swords. So maybe it's, if some of you are doing some kind of creative endeavor, maybe this person is going to help you get a copyright or some kind of contract or something along those lines. But let's go ahead and get our animal totem here. For our Scorpio friends, we've got the dolphin. Talk about high vibe and energy. That is, the dolphin energy is very high vibe and energy. It's very much, they speak a different language. There's ET connections even with the dolphin card. You know, it's very high vibes. Optimist, clairaudient, spirit guide. That's what I feel like. That's a spirit guide. Starseed, joyous interaction of fun and play, sexuality. So maybe some of you are getting a relationship. Caring for those less fortunate. Maybe you're going to go ahead and, try to do something, volunteer at the church or something. Do some kind of volunteer work, because caring for those less fortunate. Embracing personal freedom. Respecting others' choices, yeah. Or, because maybe this is just a falling out. Maybe they didn't die. Maybe some people, you've outgrown them, but then you find new people, new groups. Okay, everybody, I'm previewing or debuting. This is just very much a prototype. These are very thin, like paper almost. This is actually my new deck, the All-Seeing Eye Oracle cards. 50 card deck, but it looks little because it's so thin. And the cool thing about it is it comes with a mini pendulum. So you can use there's going to be a mini pendulum, and on the back of all the cards is this mini pendulum board, and there's other cool stuff. If you want to learn more about it, and also how you can help support and help me get the word out and get a free reading in the process perhaps, go to the end of the video. I'm going to talk more about it at the end of the video, but I'm going to pull everybody a card from this deck as well. So let's get our All-Seeing Eye Oracle for the month of May for Scorpio. Got the Journey card. Yeah, it's a journey, it's a pilgrimage. It's traversing through these waters and being guided by your true north. The waters are dark and it can be a little scary. We can't see where we're going, and letting the wind carry us and going by our true north and being guided by our own inner compass and our own true north. I feel like too, when this card comes out, some of you, maybe you had, and with the Dolphin card too, because it's also like looking into these deeper things, and Scorpios, you're into the deeper things anyway. I know you are. This card can talk about maybe somebody some of you may have had a past life as a Viking or something. But, going by, following that true north, following that bright light of guidance that's lighting your way, even though it can get a little dark and scary. But Scorpios, you're not afraid of the dark and scary. You'll go right into that dark and scary, and you will take that journey, and you will take that trip. And this is just traveling, moving on with your life, going into new situations, okay? And letting the wind fill up your sail, allowing your sail to be filled up. Okay, we've got kindred. So you've got some kindred spirits here. Yes, some are gone, whether it's through death or whether it's through they just left the group. It didn't, and it's just what happens in eclipse season and what happens in life. Okay, let's get your yes, no, maybe. But there's new kindred spirits coming in. It says a negative. So it's funny that it falls right under here. If you're hoping for things to go back, it's not going back. You've got to keep moving forward. You've got to keep going forward on your journey. And let's get the last thing is the don't count your chickens before they're hatched. Yeah. Don't count your chickens before they're hatched, but don't make any assumptions, in other words, but just be open. I know sometimes Scorpios, you're not so gregarious all the time. I love I'm Scorpio rising, I got Venus, Neptune, and Scorpio. I'm very Scorpionic, and I've always got along with Scorpios really great, but just because they're so chill and no nonsense, I'm not too much giddiness and stuff like that. That's like overstimulus for me. I like that low-key energy, I like that deepness of the Scorpio stuff. But, it's different for everybody. But, so, that this overly chit-chatting and giddiness is a little too much for me and probably a lot of Scorpios. But it does say you're going to find these kindred spirits. You're going to find them. You got to go out and get involved. These cards are cards of being involved, okay? And I kept saying church only because the stained glass thing is behind me. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything to do with a church whatsoever, Could be go take a making stained glass art class, for somebody maybe. You might want to go learn how to do it. Or maybe there's some kind of community center where they do that and other things that might interest you. You guys got to use your own, your own stuff a little bit to, read into this a little deeper. And as always, if anything stands out to you on these cards, then definitely pay attention to that. Okay, everybody, well, that's the reading for Scorpio. Don't forget I am opening up for the solstice reading, which is an astrology mid-year thing, and we'll look at these transits like the Jupiter and Gemini and how it does relate to your chart. And again, if you want to learn how you can win a free reading and some other prizes too, I'm giving away a soul portrait and some other cool stuff just by helping me get the word out about my awesome new deck with the pendulum. Go to the end of the video and you can find out more about that. Okay. Hello Sagittarius, thanks for tuning in for the May of 2024 Psychic Tarot for Sagittarius rising, Sun, rising, Moon. Anybody who has Sagittarius prominent placements in your chart. You are having your full moon this month, so that's kind of a big event for Sagittarius. You get one new moon, one full moon every year, and so this is going to be your full moon. This is a time of culmination where you could really see some things clearly. It's also a time after the 23rd where you may want to release, purge, and let go of things, because the full moon, the waning moon, it's all about releasing and letting go, purging. Okay, let's go ahead and get our first 3 cards for our Sagittarius friends. For the month of May, we have 2 cards want to come out. The Fool. The Fool also came out. I don't know if we want to conclude that, but we will, sort of. Fool's about going down this new path and this new journey in life. Let me get 3 cards for our Saggies on the bottom. We get 1, 2, and 3. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon. Well, it's your full moon. That's not surprising that that came up. And then the 7 of Pentacles. I love this card, the Moon, on this deck. The Fool is about going down a new path. We really just don't have room for it. So you're going to be going down a new path. I'm going to move it out of the way because, I mean, these cards are really big. These are my really, both of these cards are very large cards, so we don't have a lot of extra room this month. But this, I love this for you. This is so perfect because it's your full moon. So what are you doing? You're sitting here looking at you. The reflection, it's reflecting back you. So this is a time for you to reflect back on really the whole past year, because it's an annual cycle right around this time, either late May or June. When the sun is in Gemini, then you're going to have your full moon every year. So what's gone on over the last year? How have you grown? It's a time to really examine your own stuff is going to be really reflected back to you. And you could even take that as like a non-dual approach, that everything that's happening is only a reflection of that you're creating this reality, and what's happening in the outer world is your own stuff being reflected back to you. But it does feel like, this time of major reflection, okay? 4 of Swords, it's saying you need a rest when that came out. You need a little rest because I feel like things are going to start to really happen and start to get really busy. You got the Wish card. Now, the Wish card has been out a lot this month, so a lot of people, some good things should be lining up for people. I'm feeling like this new moon in Taurus for many because this is going to reactivate that Jupiter-Uranus thing, but could be the Jupiter going into Gemini. For you, it could be too. The Jupiter going into Gemini, particularly if you're Sag rising, is going to be over here in the 7th, so you're going to be drawing in luck from other people, partnerships, and we've got people showing up. We've got the Queen of Cups, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So there's no gender in these cards, so these are just people, but this is water sign energy, which would be a Scorpio, a Cancer, or a Pisces. And this Queen of Pentacles would be the earth sign energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This could be the new moon in Taurus, and then we get the full moon in your sign. I feel like that's what this is talking about, these lunar cycles. But these could also just be people. This is going to be a time when you can have benefit from other people coming into your life. Other people, partners, are going to benefit you and help you. It's a good time to be in a partnership. It's not a good time to try to go it alone over this next year, okay? You've needed some time to rest, but now your wish is coming true and things are going to be moving forward, especially around that full moon of yours. This is 7 of Pentacles, so this is like, it's a money card. And it can be, it can be like you're getting a big pile of money. Maybe some of you are going to get a big pile of money, but it really feels like, look, she's taking one of the pentacles out of her nest here. She's got her nest, she's building her nest. This is her foundation, her financial foundations, right? And she's got this one. She's like, well, I'm willing to risk this one. I'm willing to put myself out there. And if you follow this branch up, it points right up at the wish card. So if you're thinking about maybe putting out, not your whole nest, not your whole nest egg here, but if you want to put out and do a little, if you got a hunch or something kind of seems kind of cool or a good investment, or maybe some other people are talking about some kind of a thing, throw your hat in the arena, the guides are saying. Give it a whirl. Okay, let's go ahead and get your animal totem for Sagittarius. Oh, that one just slid right out, didn't it? The beaver. The beaver is all about building those foundations. He's building that dam. He's building his house. Some of you might be building a house. Could be. That could absolutely be for a couple of these things, with the pentacles here and the pentacles here. And the wish card, sometimes I'll associate that with property and possessions. Builder, dreamer, familiar, friend, dweller of land and water, afoot in two worlds. Your diligence can change the flow of the river. Be the architect of your life. Yeah, this full moon can help you realize that. Have you been the architect of your life, or have you been giving your power away? That's another thing that the full moon in your sign can show you, and Jupiter in the 7th can show you that too. How maybe you've been giving your power away. Okay, I'm so excited. This is just a prototype, but I'm going to be debuting it, and it's going to be on Kickstarter. I wanted to debut it here. We're going to pull a card from it. This is my new deck that I've been working on. It's a 50-card deck. It's much thicker than this. It will be, but this is very thin paper. I just did a quick, print up at the local printer on some cheap cardstock just so I could have it for this reading. One of the many cool things is it comes with a mini pendulum, because there's a pendulum board on the back of it. So there's all kinds of cool stuff. Go to the end of the video and watch, and you can find out how you can win a free reading by just helping me get the word out and some other things. But I'm going to pull one of these cards for you, for Sagittarius, for the month of May. Got the Vortex. Yeah, the Vortex card is just that. You're going through a vortex. You're going through a portal. I've got the keyholes and the windows and and this is the time of the vortex. Now, your full moon also could absolutely be a vortex or a portal, or an opportunity to walk through to another dimension, another timeline, into another way of being, another kind of life. And if it's something that you've been wanting to do for some time, your wish is coming true, and this is going to be the month where you can really do it. Around that full moon, I'm just getting, this is just crazy how powerful this is to me, for you. That full moon there's the portal right there. There's the vortex, there it is. It's right in front of you. And I would actually go out and get under that full moon. Even if it's cloudy skies and you can't really see it, I would walk out the door. I can tell you, let's see here. I could give you I didn't write the time down on here, did I? Well, it's going to be at 9:53 a.m. Eastern, so yeah, it won't be out, you won't be visible if you're in Eastern time, but you could still go outside. I would just be outside in the atmosphere, or the night before. If you can wake up before sunrise or the night after and get out there and just be in it. Okay, let's go ahead and get lots of love. Attached. Yeah, so you feel like you want to be attached to something or somebody. This is a good time. Jupiter going in the 7th house, maybe the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Cups. Now again, no gender, so if you're not attracted to women, it would be whoever, Next we've got plainly. So that's a definite yes. Plainly, of course, certainly. All right, let's get your lots of proverb for Sagittarius. It says, what goes around comes around. Yeah, this is also a great, if you're harboring any kind of resentments or anything, this is a great time to release and let go of these, anything. What goes around comes around. Know that the universe is going to handle it. It's not for you to figure out, go after, whatever the case. This is the time for you to, let go of these kinds of things. Let go and let the universe handle it. It's all going to be good here, okay? All right, Sagittarius. Well, if you want to get it on the solstice reading, these are these quarterly readings. So this will definitely be the last astrology reading for the year. And you could take a look. We'll take a look at how that Jupiter goes into Gemini. What's that affecting in your chart? Because it certainly would be opposing your Sagittarius stuff. There will be effects. And also, if you want to find out how you can win a free reading and some other cool prizes, just by helping me get the word out about my cool new All-Seeing Eye Oracle deck, then go to the end of the video. I'm going to talk about it there and give you all the details, all right? Thanks for tuning in. Have a great month, Sagittarius. Happy full moon. Next, we're going to take a look at the sign of Capricorn. Well, Capricorn, you know, this nice Taurus energy, this is all, you like this time of year. This is a good time of year for you. You're getting into that nice, harmonious trining energy. This is good vibes, good energy. Trines are where harmony can flow and positive energy can happen. There's a positive flow of energy. And then let's go ahead and start and get our first 3 cards for our Capricorns for the month of May of 2024. Got the Ten of Rods, working hard like always, Capricorn, that's you. Page of Rods, fire sign energy, maybe the full one, and the Wish card. Get out of town. That Wish card has been out so much, not only from this deck, but from this deck. You know, and I shuffle, and when sometimes I turn the camera off and take a break, and then I really, really shuffle, and it's crazy how much this is coming in. Let me do one more, because since we're getting some repeating cards, let's try to do a little bit of this kind of a shuffle too. All right. I just heard the Harlem Shuffle. Hey, 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 do the Harlem Shuffle. So maybe some of you are going to have some go to Harlem, or you live there now, or it could be some connection. King of Pentacles, he's been out. Wheel of Fortune, first time for that. Well, I like that card. That's one of the best cards in the deck. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. And the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you have 2 fire sign things here, Knight of Wands and Page of Wands. So there's some fire sign energy going on. The big fire sign thing that is happening this month is going to be the full moon on the 23rd in the sign of Sagittarius, your neighboring sign here. So sometimes Capricorn's early caps, you might have planets in Sagittarius too, you know. If that would be something we could look at, if you wanted to get that solstice reading, we'll look at, you know, where all your planets are. But yeah, something looks like something good is coming in, and because Wheel of Fortune is here. I always look at, I count this as next to it, and I count this next to it, and you know, this one card either way, the strongest. Catty corner, not as strong, but up and down in this way. So you got fire with the Wheel of Fortune, fire with the Wheel of Fortune. So highly likely some kind of fire sign energy. Wheel of Fortune, something's going to really kick into gear, really, because Wheel of Fortune is also divine timing. So things are kicking into gear, things are locking into place, you're in the right place at the right time, your wheel is moving up. After you've been working really hard, and your wish is coming true. So whatever you've been working toward, like for me it's been this deck, I'm a Capricorn, for me it's been this deck. So your wish is going to come true. So I'm hoping, yeah, for me maybe it'll be well received. The Pentacle energy is Earth energy though, which is you. This could be you, the Earth sign person, the Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But it could also be talking about the new moon in Taurus, or things happening up until the 20th when we are in the sun sign of Taurus during that time. Either way, there's people on either side of this Wheel of Fortune. You know, it's timing, sure, but these are the people. These are people that are, I keep hearing, something tells me I'm meant for something good. Something tells me I'm meant for something. So something tells me I'm into something good. Yeah, you really hit upon something here. You found your groove. You found your niche. You're in line with the whole thing here. And it's funny on this Wheel of Fortune, the Leo energy, the lion is really standing out to me. So this is for May, but we might even be, this Wheel of Fortune, whatever's popping now, whatever this pop of divine timing or syncing up with the destiny or lucky break or whatever's happening here, I feel like it's going to continue all the way until we get into Leo time, or maybe even it's starting now and it may even culminate as by the time we get into Leo. But wow, you've got a great reading here. I mean, the Ten of Rods is there, and that is that card of really having to work hard, but Capricorn, work hard. You work hard in your sleep, you know. Capricorns work hard. There's no doubt about that. So let's take a look at our animal totem for our Capricorn friends. You got the horse. Horses travel, and horse is also Sagittarius. You know, the centaur it can also be pointing us back to that Sagittarius full moon. Let's take a look. Magic, divination, astral travel. Ride like the wind to the furthest reaches. Expand beyond your comfort zone and explore the realm of possibility. Yeah, you know, with this Wheel of Fortune too, that can be things happening all of a sudden. So this expanding beyond your comfort zone. I know Capricorn, we like to have a plan. Let's do things in a certain order and like a plan. And Taurus is the same way. The earth signs are that way. But with this Uranian energy, because this new moon over here on the 7th is right on that same degree as the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction of last month. And also, there's some things happening. I didn't mark it here, but there's a Venus-Jupiter and a Venus-Uranus or something also around this degrees later in the month here. So definitely could be, you know, this expand beyond your comfort zone. Some kind of crazy opportunity could show up, Wheel of Fortune, and, you know, don't be so stoic in your, well, what's, you know, maybe just at least entertain it, even if you don't end up doing it for real. You know, entertain the thought of it, or give it, you know, give it some time. Don't poo-poo it because maybe it's not so, maybe it's outside. Whoa, look at all these cards are flying everywhere. Outside of the realm of your comfort zone, or what you usually do. You know, the guy just said it's time to break from tradition. Yeah, definitely with Uranian energy. All right, let's get ahead. Now, this is my new deck. I'm giving you a little preview of it. This is printed on just almost like paper thin cardstock, but it's a 50-card deck. There's a lot of cards here. And one of the cool things that comes with it is a mini pendulum. It's going to come with every deck because there's a pendulum on the back of all the cards. So it's one of the many cool things about this deck. I talk more about it as well as how you can win a free reading by helping me get the word out. That you can go to the end of the video and learn more about it if you want to find out how you can win a free reading. But I wanted to pull it out this month and show you, because the Kickstarter is starting this month, and I want to try to get some shares on that. But let's see for Capricorn. You've got the gemstones, yeah. The gemstones is a card of really sparkling, of you're in a place where you're being sparkled and you're shimmering and you're shining and people are noticing you. Sometimes this could talk about an actual gift of jewelry, or maybe an inheritance of jewelry. Other things that this can talk about is working with gemstones. You know, maybe getting yourself some crystals or some actual gemstones and really start to work with them. But more so, my intention with this card is like you are really shimmering and shining at this time. You've got a lot of sparkle. I know Capricorns aren't known for their sparkle necessarily. They're known for being the hard worker and everything. But this month, it looks like, and with the Wheel of Fortune and the Gemstones card, man, you're really shining and sparkling, and there's this attraction, and people are attracted to you, and they're noticing you because you're so dazzling, Capricorn. Loyal. Well, there you go. That's very important to Capricorns. I know this for a fact. Loyalty is super important. So if you meet somebody unexpectedly, if this is, well, any kind of, whoever this is, you're bringing in through this Wheel of Fortune, you can be sure that they're going to be loyal. And I know that's an important thing for Capricorns, whether it's your love relationship or it's your, you know, business partnership or whatever it might be. Truly. So yes, that's a yes. It's truly. And I feel like it's a follow-up to that. They're truly loyal. Are they really loyal? Yes, truly they are loyal. They're true to you. And then love is blind. Love is blind is usually a cautionary thing, but if you're worried about loyalty, this could be love is blind, and you just might write off, maybe you're worried about loyalty because perhaps you were not, there was a disloyal thing that happened in the past. And you can truly, yes, love is blind, you wanted to believe him, maybe it wasn't true, but this situation that's coming around at this exact time frame, this divine timing of the Wheel of Fortune, yes, there's going to be a loyalty, and you can truly believe in it, and believe in them, and believe in whatever you're doing together here. All right, Capricorns, well, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to get in on that solstice reading, you can check my website for that. You are involved. You're one of the cardinal signs, so anytime we have these solstice, these cardinal ingresses, the change of seasons, it's definitely affecting you, and we'll go over all the transits and how they're affecting you. And secondly, if you want to learn how to win a free reading, and just by helping me spread the word about my new upcoming deck, you can go to the end of the video, and I'm going to go into great detail there. Next, let's move on to the sign of Aquarius. Well, Aquarius, right away, where I look over at the astrology aspects, what grabs me for you is the Jupiter going into Gemini. That's going to be real harmonious with you, Aquarius, because you're an air sign. You know, all this Taurus stuff, it's been a square to you. You've got Pluto in your sign, which is, you know, it's a lot of disruption, you know, kind of squares and disruption, and, you know, Aquarius have, you know, been through some stuff here lately. But with the Jupiter and Gemini, that can be an outlet. That can be where the flow can be established, where good things can kind of come into being, and where you can really see that light at the end of the tunnel, or find an avenue for all this energy that you've been kind of embroiled in lately with all this Aquarius, you know, the Pluto and everything else. Okay, let's take a look at, get 3 cards for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or anybody who has prominent placements in Aquarius. This is your reading. The Emperor, followed by the Ace of Rods, followed by the 4 of Rods. Okay. Next 3 are for the bottom. We're going to do from Crow Tarot. We're going to look at 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. We've got 6 of Pentacles, getting paid. Hangman, after waiting a while. And finally, the Hierophant. You know, the Hierophant's been out quite a bit this month, too. It's been in several readings. This Hierophant from this deck seems to want to keep flying out. We got the Emperor and the Hierophant. This is a time to reach out and talk to the Emperor. This is the person in charge. This is the backer of your project. This is the boss at the company. This is the person running the show. This is the time to plant those seeds, or maybe you even did back in the time of Aries, because this is Aries energy and this is fire. Maybe you even did back in April. You've already planted those seeds, and now you're going to start. You've been waiting, because you've been waiting. You planted the seeds and you're waiting with the Hangman. But now the things are starting to bloom and grow. This is the seeds planting. This is them starting to bloom and grow and flourish. The 6 of Pentacles is here. So this is getting that payment, getting that money that is coming to you. It's an increase. It's more, it may have to do with more, you know, a raise, a promotion, or even just a new job. The Hierophant says for many of you, before I move away from this, this justice, these scales are really standing out to me. So this could be something also brought about maybe by the Libra eclipse, which was like last month too, or maybe at the end of March. I think it was the very end of March. So it could be something in the Libra eclipse, or even maybe somebody's dealing, you might be dealing with a Libra. Okay, so you've been waiting, things are starting to flourish, and here we've got they're coming into full flourishing with the 4 of Rods. Things are really starting to flourish. Your happiness, this could be a wedding, this could be moving to a new home too. Maybe you were trying to, because it takes a while. You've got to do the paperwork. It can take a month or 2 or more sometimes to move into a new home when you're buying a home. Or maybe even some of you are building a home. But maybe some of you are even, you know, moving in together and you're having that loving relationship happening. The Hierophant tells us, because the key could be the key to the house too, here on this key pointing up there, you see that? So the key could be you're getting the keys to the house finally. But the other thing I was going to say is, you know, this is probably, if this is some kind of job thing, this is probably a big corporation when the Hierophant shows up. This could be a big corporation. This could be a big, maybe some kind of a bank. Maybe you're trying to get the loan or the financing, some kind of huge banking conglomerate, or, yeah, I want to use the word conglomerate. So for many of you, you're going to be dealing, for some of you, I'm feeling like it's, I'm hearing ABC and Disney. So for somebody out there, you're going to be getting some kind of big deal with, or be involved, maybe get a job there. But I think ABC and Disney are all part of the same thing right now. Or, you know, a lot of these are. They're all part of this bigger media company. So that's going to be true for some, but definitely it's something that you're definitely wanting, and it's very much bringing happiness and bringing that increase in your pay and your money. Okay, let's get your animal totem for the month for Aquarius. What we got here? The hawk. Yeah, you see that opportunity and you seize it. You know, these two don't get along. Hawks and ravens, they don't get along, or hawks and crows. These ravens will get on a hawk and, what do they call it? They'll mob them. You know, they'll mob them to get them out of there because, you know, the hawk is a higher energy though. So for some of you, if you've been down in there fighting your way, clawing your way through with the other crows there, now you're going to get to that position of the hawk. Or perhaps the hawk is the emperor and he sees you. You stand out in the crowd of all the crows. Because it can be really noisy, you know. The hawk doesn't make a whole lot of noise. He just stays and watches. And when he sees that opportunity, wham, they jump on it. Perched high above. Yeah, you're perching high. You're getting, even though, look at this hangman. He's hanging below the branch. This guy's on top of the branch. You know, he sees everything. Perched high above, you peer down on the world below. Zero in on your target, then act swiftly with a mighty force. You have ability to soar to great heights. Yeah, definitely have the ability to soar to great heights, higher than ever before, to a higher position or standing in life as far as career and finance for sure. Maybe some of you, though, it's some neighborhood that you've always loved and you've always wanted to move to, and you're going to be able to do it this month, or be able to at least see it coming through, okay? All right, everybody, yeah, this is my new deck I'm previewing. This is totally like a very loose demo. It's on very thin papery cardstock, so I just had it printed up so I could show it to you because I'm so excited. It's a 50-card deck, so it'll be thick. It's not going to be so thin like this. And the other really cool thing about it is it comes with, every deck's going to come with a mini pendulum. So there's going to be more information about it at the end of the video, because you can even win a free reading by helping me get the word out about it. But I did want to try to bring it in and use it in this, that keeps happening. It happened a couple of times where the whole deck just spills out. But let me pick them up and try again. We're going to pull one card for everybody from my All-Seeing Eye Oracle cards, which is going to be live on Kickstarter starting the 7th, but you can share it now. Again, go to the end of the video to find out how. Here you go. Soar. You got the Soar card. Yeah, the Soar card is really, again, you got the Hawk, you got the Soar card. This is soaring high above the Earth plane even. This is getting in those higher dimensional downloads. I don't think I have my phone here because I just wrote a whole really cool thing about the Soar card, because he's actually left the Earth plane and he's going through, this is like a portal or a gateway, you know, and he's flying through there, and once he flies through there, he's in the land of the stars. You know, you're in the land of the stars. It's funny I just said that. And I was talking about Disney and ABC, which, you know, stars, it could be like TV movie stars for some people. I know a lot of creative people watch my videos, so it could be. But this is just totally perfect for this, you know, this reading. You're soaring. You're soaring ever higher. You're leaving the earth plane. You're going beyond all the squawking of the crows. First you're the hawk, and then you're the golden eagle, and then you're like flying into the sun and beyond, you know, the upper echelons of realities and to new realities, beyond what you may have ever dreamed of. You know, that's the Soar card is very, very powerful in that way. It's an excellent card. One of the best cards in that deck for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the lots of love for Aquarius. We've got control. So yeah, I feel like maybe this has been this whole thing with these crows. You know, you feel like they're trying to control you. You're not living to your full potential. You know, you feel like under the gun, kind of. This is going to be free you from that, you know. And somebody really recognizes that potential in you and believes in you. Okay, iffy. So it's iffy. It's like, maybe yes, maybe no. Kind of no. With if iffy is kind of like, not likely, right? And then let's get the lots of proverb. It says, it's never too late to be who you might have been. That's absolutely right, Aquarius. And I mean, you've got Pluto in your sign, so you're being you will be transformed, okay, Aquarius, is over the next 20 years. You will be transformed. And so take it, harness it. It can be transformed in all sorts of ways. Why not take it to the highest level, like the Hawk and like the Soar card here? Take it to that highest level. Maybe some of you are going to relocate even. Maybe you've always wanted to live in this different town or this different region, and you're going to be able to go there. Maybe you get the job and then you're able to go there. For some of you, maybe you get the job and they even provide housing or lodging. It's part of the deal. You know, you come and we've got a place for you to stay while you're working here. Whatever the case, this is going to be a big month for stellar, like move into the upper echelons of great stuff happening. More money, but it's more about you just breaking out and breaking free, and, you know, just being that, you know, that galactic person that you are. If anybody's galactic in the zodiac, it's the Aquariuses, you know. If anybody's going to be busting into outer space, it's going to be the Aquariuses, right? Hey, if you want to learn how you can get a free reading and more about my awesome, cool deck that I've been creating for 9 months, I've been working on this since July, go to the end of the video and you can find out how you can get a free reading or a soul portrait, all kinds of other stuff, just by helping me get out the word on it, okay? Okay, next we're going to move on to the sign of Pisces. Hello, Pisces. Everything that's happening with the Taurus stuff is very, very harmonious for you. You are a water sign, and therefore that's going to be a sextile. So that's water feeding earth, and it's very favorable. Let's shuffle that card, and then let's get the other deck and give this deck a little bit of shuffle too. A little bit of shuffle. Yeah, and then, you know, the Jupiter going into Pisces, going into Gemini. Now that's a square, and squares make things happen, but it's always, with Jupiter, it's always going to be for our, you know, our highest good, always, okay? All right, let's get our first row from the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, the big dog, the big giant deck. I'm using all the big cards today. Got the first card is Strength, next card is Hierophant, and next card is Ten of Rods. So you've been working hard too. I'm not surprised with you either, because you do have Saturn in your sign. Okay, so you've been working hard. That's not usually a Piscean trait. You're more kind of go with the flow, but you know, you've been working. Been working on something. Let's see what we got here. We've got the Three of Rods. Your ships are coming in. Three of Wands or Rods. Then we've got the Hangman. That's been out quite a bit lately too. And the Hierophant's been out a lot. And then finally the Chariot. Yeah, your hard work is going to pay off in a big way. The Strength card is here. So you've been working, like I've been working on this deck for 9 months. Some of you might have been working on something for 8 months, you know, or even since Leo time last year, the 8th month. You've been really working hard, but now you're going to see, you've been waiting. Strength and Hangman are both would be like, I've been doing this work and I'm waiting for the results. I'm waiting for the acknowledgement. Or I'm waiting for the payoff, you know. And this Three of Rods and the Chariot both are indicating, yes, the payoff is coming for sure. Your ship is coming in, and the Chariot, you're going to rise to success like never before. It's the highest success card in the entire deck. I want to go over here to Jupiter and Gemini, because Gemini rules movement, okay? Now again, if you're Pisces rising, this is going to be a square to you. If you're Pisces rising, this is going to be down in your 4th house. So it could be changes in your home environment. You may be moving. You may be just traveling. You may have an opportunity to travel. You may find out about it this month and then be off and running by the time we get to Cancer time, which is going to be for the June solstice time frames. The Hierophant is like, you've been waiting to hear back from this Hierophant. So this is like a big company. For somebody, I just heard a structured settlement. I saw that structure and I saw structured settlement. So it could be a structured settlement of some point, you know, some kind of a lawsuit or something. I was wondering that with the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. That was one of the things that popped into my head, because I'm in a few class action suits. You know, you don't hold your breath on those, like whatever could come, you know, some of them have been going on for years, you know, maybe this has even been going on for 8 years for some of you. But I thought about that. I go, hey, I wonder if with that Jupiter-Uranus, if some of these big structured settlements might get, you know, big, not structured, but these big settlements for these class action suits that have been pending for a long time. So I talk to people a lot who are involved in these things, and I, like I said, I have a couple here and there. Nothing big money for me, but well, maybe, who knows? With Jupiter-Uranus, it could be, who knows? But that did come to mind. And this new moon here in Taurus on the 7th, it's right on that spot of that Jupiter-Uranus. And there's things happening later in the month, too, that are also right on that Jupiter-Uranus. So that Jupiter-Uranus is not just from 4/20 of April. You know, it's going to keep moving on. It's a new cycle and everything, but also there's reactivations of it. And this new moon in Taurus is a reactivation of it for sure. So it could be something like that. But you're working with this larger structure entity, this big company, maybe the government, maybe the medical profession, maybe some of you even were looking at a malpractice kind of thing or something. But your ships you're going to get the news. Your ships are coming in, you've been waiting, and bam, you're off and running. You know, you can do it. Now you're free to fly. You're free to move, travel, do whatever you want, because you've reached, after hanging in there for a long time, you've been hanging in there with these two cards, and then finally, bam, it's going to pop. You know, you're going to get that, or at least get the news. You'll at least get the confirmation with the Three of Rods. You see those ships are coming in. Okay, let's get your animal totem for the month of May for Pisces friends. What do we got here? The rabbit. Yeah, rabbit is a major card of abundance. So again, and this hawk is, or not the hawk, the crow, I always call them ravens. And ravens and crows are different birds, but I always just call them all ravens. But these crows are flying right towards it. And the rabbit is things changing by leaps and bounds, you know. Okay, rabbit. Sensitive, artistic, clever, nimble. That's you, Pisces, right? Outsmarting adversaries by staying one step ahead. Taking colossal leaps and sprinting into the future. Heightened libido and procreation. Yeah, this could be a sign of pregnancy, but judging by the other cards here, this is that abundance that you've been, you've been hanging on there, you've been waiting for, you've been hanging on. When's it ever going to come? Is it ever going to happen? Is it ever going to happen? And all of a sudden, things are changing. It could happen. That Jupiter coming into the Gemini, too, that could absolutely be a trigger for something like that. Okay, I'm so excited to share with everybody. This is my new deck. I've been working on it for months, since July, 9 months. And it's the All-Seeing Eye Oracle. And one of the very cool things they're all going to come with this little mini pendulum, because there's this pendulum board on the other side of it. So super cool, I think. It was so fun. That's what was a download straight from the universe. I'm like, what are the back of the cards supposed to look like? And they showed me this image of the thing with the picture. It's actually a picture that I set up and took from sort of a side view with the pendulum on it. It's like, oh, thank you, guides. So, divinely inspired. There's 50 cards, but this is just a prototype, and it's printed on just almost like paper, like cardstock, just so I could show it to you right now before. I'm running a Kickstarter, and after your reading, you can go to the end of the video and find out. I'll be giving away some free readings and some other cool stuff to help. All you have to do is help get the word out about the Kickstarter, okay? But let's see here. Oh, there's your card. Just flipped up and right out of the deck, didn't it? The Star, look at that. Oh, I love this card too. Yeah, this is sort of a take on the Star card from the regular tarot, but it's more for the modern day. And it's probably less spiritually oriented and more of just you being the star. You're front and center, the spotlight's on you. You're getting that victory. With the Chariot card, this is major victory stuff. You got Chariot and this Star card here. You're getting the acknowledgement, the recognition. These are trophies and blue ribbons and such. And you're stepping out. You're stepping out center stage, and the spotlight is on you. You're wearing the crown. You know, it's just all about you at this time. You could have some kind of a major coup or major victory and triumph coming in at this time. So this is awesome, that the Star card, and it just popped right out. You saw that, didn't you? If you didn't rewind the tape, you can see it again. But it just popped right out. So that's for sure your card, okay? Let's get lots of love. We got Rebel. Yeah, you know, that's a Pisces thing. Pisces definitely can be a rebel. You're not one to go follow along with everybody. You're such an advanced soul. You're just like, been there, done that. I'll just stay here and allow you. You're just vibing with the universe, which can be like a source of rebellion, I guess. Let's see here what else. You got a no on your question, but that, you know, that happens. But, you know, maybe you've had a no and you're waiting for a yes. Some of you may have been trying to get into a company for a long time. Like, I know people that we have, like Ford, and I don't know if we have Chevy anymore, but we have a Ford plant. We have GM plants around here. And there's people I know that have been trying to get into GM for the Ford plant for, you know, years and years, and then they finally get in, you know, and then it's like, yeah, I did it, I'm in, I got in. Okay, let's get our lots of answer for Pisces. Oh, this is bitter. Oh, this was the lots of love I pulled too. Yeah, don't be bitter. Keep trying. Don't give up. But let's get the lots of answers. How about if I get the right pouch? I got too many pouches over here. Lots of answer. All's well that ends well. Yeah. That's a good one. Because all your struggle, all your waiting, all your patience, all your perseverance has all been worth it, because it's all coming down to this. It's all coming down to this time frame where you are getting that major recognition, that major acknowledgement. You're rising, you're the phoenix rising from the ashes, the Chariot. You're rising to new heights. You're free to spread your wings and fly. So it looks totally awesome for you, Pisces. So, hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you want to get in on the solstice readings that I'm offering, we can look at some of this Jupiter transits and some of the other astrology transits for the rest of the year. Then you can find about that on my website. And stay tuned, because right after this, we're going to dive into the whole thing of how you can win free reading and other prizes from my not lots of love, the All-Seeing Eye Oracle cards. Okay, everybody, have a great month of May. Stay tuned. Hi everyone, thanks for sticking around for the end of the video to find out how you can win some of these prizes. I'm starting a Kickstarter. The official Kickstarter actually starts live on May 7th, but as of today you can go to the preview page and share it, and it's going to be fine. You don't have to share necessarily the actual Kickstarter page, but I have an official video, okay, which is also live on YouTube as of this video is live, so it'll be live on YouTube. But I also made smaller ones that are square that are going to be more suitable for social media, and you could find a link to those underneath. I have my Rock and Roll Prophecies Facebook page. The official video will be on there. It's just more conducive for social media. It's not landscape. It'll be square. It's more because most people do social media on their phone. And I'll have one there. You could also share, not this video. We're not sharing this video. There'll be an official one on YouTube. You got to share the official All-Seeing Eye promotional video. That's important, okay? On your public account, too. And so, share it on the account. And with the hashtag All-Seeing Eye Oracle Cards. So there'll be a link to the official one, which is Rock and Roll Prophetess on Facebook, and then my vickieverlie on Instagram will also have the official social media one. Again, you could share the official YouTube one, but it just doesn't fit on social media as well. So I've done three versions of it: one for YouTube, one for Facebook, and one for Instagram. All the links will be in the description of this video. And you have to share the official video with the hashtag All-Seeing Eye Oracle Cards. So that's a nice long hashtag that'll be exclusive to this contest. Once the thing is over, the giveaway will run. You can share now. If you share now, even before May 7th, it'll count from April 23rd, 2024 through June 6th, because that's when the Kickstarter ends, okay? I'm going to go do a search for these hashtags. I'm going to put them all in a spreadsheet, and then I'm going to use a random number generator to pick the winners. And here's the prizes. I'm going to give away 3 prizes of an astrology report of your choice. You know, I have the year ahead, I have the past life, and the flower. I have a few different ones. You can see it. You can pick whatever you want. But I'm also going to give away 2 one-question personal readings with me, with video readings. And then one lucky winner is also going to get a soul portrait that I'm going to do for them. That's that soul portrait painting. So I'm giving away all this for sure. If the campaign is successful, I may add some more stuff like a free deck. But I mean, if the campaign's not successful and I can't get the decks printed, then I can't. You know, I'm not going to be able to give you a free deck if they're not printed. So this is for sure I'm going to give away, because this is just all my services, okay? So there'll be 3 winners picked to win the astrology reports, 2 winners that are going to get a free one-question personal reading with me, and 1 person's going to win a soul portrait, okay? And that's the grand prize. So share the official promotional videos. On social media, I would really prefer if you would go to if you're going to share on Facebook, I would really prefer that you go to the Facebook, my Facebook, Rock and Roll Prophetess, which again will be a link right to it in this video description, or you can just go to my Rock and Roll Prophetess Facebook page and find that video. It'll be pinned to the top, and then you can share it there. That's what I would prefer, and there will be one on Instagram as well, and share that video on Instagram. For sure on Instagram, I would really prefer if you share the Instagram video, because YouTube videos just don't really work out very well sharing on Instagram. That's why I made a separate one for that. The winners are going to be notified via private message on social media platform in which they share the post. So you do that hashtag, I'm going to do the search, and I'll just have your online name, okay? And I'll have to contact you through either DMs or PMs or whatever, the private messaging through the app, through the Facebook app and the Instagram apps. So that's how you'll be notified. So you have to allow or add me to your people that is allowed to message you too. That would be another thing. I'm not going to, otherwise I would never message you. I'm not going to message you about any free readings. This will be for the official thing only, the winner. And like I said, I'm going to use a winner, a random number generator. The week of June 10th will be the winner will be picked, and then we'll follow up with the prizes. The soul portrait and some of these other things may take another week or 2 or more. The soul portrait may take a couple weeks to complete. This is just kind of like a fun thing. It's just to help get the word out, and it's really to promote the Kickstarter campaign. I'm trying to raise the money to get these printed, and I have there's some you'll see if you watch the official video. There's going to be we're going to give away this, and it's going to have a tin that goes with it, and then another box, and it's going to be like this, and then I have all these cool different specials. You can get mojo bags and reading cloths, and if we get up really high, if we really raise enough money, then I'm going to get like a metal board printed of just the board with a much nicer, a bigger and nicer pendulum, like an actual pendulum board made out of metal, which is going to be, I can't wait to order the prototype of that, because that's going to be so cool too. So let's see if we can really get the word out and raise a lot of money so I can get this deck printed and get some of the extra fun stuff to go along with it. I've been shown, the guides have shown me so many things. They actually showed me this whole thing, because it's just a Hamza deck, the All-Seeing Eye Oracle. I'm like, well, what should the other side of the deck look like? And they showed me this. They showed me a picture which I've since went ahead and created. It's similar to this, but it's sort of from a side view of the deck with the pendulum on it. I was just like, oh my god, that's so perfect. It's so awesome. Yeah, so you can use this as a pendulum board, or you can use it as on the other side as a divination deck. And on the official video, I do flip through and show all the cards. I mean, there's many cool cards in here. And there's also cool stuff around the edges. It's probably not picking up that great on camera, but there's all kinds of little music notes and little doodlies here along the sides and the background that you can also, that'll get your psychic eye working there. You can tune into those things, let it catch your eye, and then you can use it to develop your psychic ability further. Have the best month. Thanks for all your support. Bye, everyone.